Well, I'm going to begin, and once when people come in, then I'll go back to the screen for them. But we're going to start. Cece, could you start us with a prayer?
Heavenly Father, we just thank you. We thank you in advance for allowing us to be of servant, allowing Chairman Johnson to be prosperous as well as in good health, and allowing him to serve. And we thank you in advance for the positive manifestation of the blessings for all the work that he's done to support this community having a clean environment, both physically as well as to stop all this overbuilding in this county. We thank you in advance for everyone who's on the line and all the leaders that are serving this community. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Um, I'm going to go to the share screen so I can pull up um, the suit so you can see what's going on. This is the docket activity report. This is where I bring in the forms and they post this uh, uh, at the law clerk in the federal government. Um, I'm going to go down by each one so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Uh, the first complaint, is taking a little time. Okay, this is the complaint for the civil case. You see that I have Mr. Michael Regan uh, for EPA and Mr. Osborne Nesby, who represent Rockdale County. Um, I asked for a jury trial, um, and that's me, Kenny Johnson, is in my capacity as Georgia State Representative of Rockdale County Soil and Water. Then I have all the address in proper place. Then the question is, what kind of suit is it? It's a federal question. Then underneath you see that where I did my research along with lawyers to know exactly what I'm going to charge them with. Um, the first charge is CFR 402 and 404. This is under the Clean Water Act. Under 402 is EPA. Under 404 is Army Corps Engineer. The other charge you see is 46 CFR 5.29. That is negligent. That is very difficult for them to come from underneath. We have seen um, the neglect around our county. The next one is Clean Water Act. That's what I talked to at the beginning of 402. Then the other one is Clean Air Act. We don't have any monitors here. The closest monitor um, that if we have pollution in our air or any poison in our air, the closest monitor is over at Emory University. That ain't good. The next violation that they violated was the Community Right to Know Act. That is very important. Um, the community should know every day. They should know when they have spills. Right now, with all this rain, we having spills. And when I'm talking about spills, it's raw sewage. Um, we average anywhere between 30 to 40,000 or more gallons of raw sewage spilled all around the county. We're just talking about residential, domestic. We're not talking about industrial waste that we have because they are not reporting that and they don't have the manpower to do that. And that's major violation. And that's major to our quality of life and health. Just go further down. A lot of this do not pertain to me. Then we have the claim. I state the claim and the violations, and um, pretty much I'm telling them about the National Pollution Discharge Elimination System. That's the NPDES. That is the permits that they have to have if they're going to build. That permit goes through the district. That's me. What they've been doing is going around me, going around who you elected, and having a commission sign off on the permits that do not live in your community. That's why you see it's moving so fast. That commission is under Brian Kemp and is controlled by the Attorney General office. That's what we're fighting about. Um, if you go further down, I'm talking about more violations that they have with the Clean Water Act violation. I mean, the Clean Air Act violation. So I'm not going to read all through it, but this is already posted. And if you don't have a copy, just tell me in the chat box or send me an email, and I'll make sure that you have a copy of it. Um, right now, I'm just going over all what I have brought together for us, all the research, and what I'm expecting for them to correct. If you see under planet requests, the court to do, um, excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. I issue a mandate of an injunction requiring Rockdale County to comply with all application CWA and CAA regulations. My main thing that I'm asking for is uh, I'm asking for a developing, and I'm asking for the development to be stopped until we can get a consent decree in place. The consent decree is very important. Um, the consent decree pretty much gives us as a citizen and me as the state representative for soil and water, it gives us the power to tell the developers what we want in our county. Right now, you have no control of what the developers are going to build in your county. Like we fighting about the mining, that shouldn't have never, no, the permit shouldn't have never been approved. We're going to reverse those permits. Uh, Commissioner Washington, she had no reason to be voting on that. So that will be brought up in court. If you disbarred, why are you voting on something like that? And the, another thing that's going to be coming up is that they are up for reelection. And voting on something like that, mining will be destroying this county. You're talking about dust on your cars, on your house. You're talking about carcinogens. That's going to affect a lot of people' immune system. Yeah, a lot of people are going to die. A lot of people this is serious. If you know anything about mining, you know this is serious. This will destroy this county. Um, they asked for the planet monetary damage. I put it at $800,000. Um, so this is basically part of the lawsuit that we're talking about. Um, let's see. This is where I really uh, got my footing and really got everything in place to help the community. When this is the first time that Rockdale County ever been fined, and they've been out of federal compliance for almost 3 decades. What I mean by out of federal compliance is that they have raw sewage spilled all over the county. That is a health hazard. So, with my experience in BODs and CODs, that's biological oxygen dissolved, and chemical oxygen dissolved, I understand all types of waste. And with my experience in disposing hazardous waste, I knew about the data. And I asked them when I first got elected, where's the paperwork? They didn't have it. So if you see this lawsuit, this fine right here, it pretty much uh, telling you exactly why they're finding him. And like I say, this is the first time that that ever happened in Rockdale, and they've been out of compliance for 3 decades. This is the first fine. I mean, this is the second one. This one run through uh, 2022 and 2023. This is all the spills, all the raw sewage spills. You see, you have one that's 24,000 gallons in one day. You have 4,000 gallons in one day. You have another one that's 25,000 gallons in one day. These are areas that you live in. Like I live over in Callaway Loop. That's 4,730 gallons of raw sewage. Then we have over here Springwood Road, 30,000 gallons of raw sewage. Can you imagine what we got going on right now with all the rain? This is why I nailed them uh, because I know January is a very rainy month. This is the second fine that I nailed them on. This is all. This is from 2018 to 2021. I wouldn't have never got this if I wouldn't have worked in the field and know and have the education knowledge and an expert in environmental waste. That's the only reason why I got this because I know what to ask for. If you see it, this is the amount of waste in these years, and over in the area, you got 14,000 uh, raw sewage over that Rockbridge Road. So a lot of you, a lot of you, a lot of people didn't have no clue what was going on, but it's been going on for decades. On the old Salem Road, you got 10,000 gallons. Now this is the one that just really drew me off. Springwood Drive, you had 164,000 gallons of raw sewage spilled. I want you to think about that. That's a lot of lives being put on the line. A lot of contaminated land, a lot of contaminated streams, and a lot of contaminated rivers. This here is talking about the permits. Um, just how they was in violation of these permits, of the Clean Water Act permits. That's why we can't do any building. That's why they're in violation. It's criminal what they're doing. Those are my certification. I have other certification, but those are the main ones. And plus, I have several other federal certifications. And my education background is safety. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in safety technology. This here is the cover sheet. Anytime you file in a lawsuit, you have to have a cover sheet. And if you can see, this is where I have Mr. Reagan and Mr. Osborne Nesby. Again, you see where I check for federal question. That's what the lawsuit is about. Then you see I check right here that it's about the environmental matter. And then you see, again, how much monetary damage I'm talking about. Um, if anybody have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to go back to another part of the sharing. This is the notice of intent. Anytime you're going to sue the federal government, you have to give them a notice of intent. And this is what I had to send to Mr. Regan and EPA EPA Protection Agency and EPA Region 4. I had to send out certified letter. Matter of fact, the Department of Justice wrote me and told me um, that they need to have this. The Department of Justice did not have to do that. They could have easily went to the court and said dismiss this. But this case is very tight. Um, this is where I'm informing EPA um, of the violations, and so this is what they have to correct. And let me go further down. See, I have to give them 60 days to negotiate with me, and well, not with me, but with the county. I represent you guys, the citizens of Rockdale County. So they're going to have to sit down and they're going to have to negotiate and make sure that they complete um, the violation, to make sure they clean up this violation. So anytime you're suing or going after the federal government, any agency of the federal government, you have to have um, a notice of intent. And so you see, I put all the violation that they have. Um, this is very important. This is how it works. Then I told them about the damage uh, um, that have occurred, the threats to our drinking water supplies. Um, so this is basically the lawsuit. Uh, this is what I had to send in to EPA, and this is what I had to send in to Rockdale County. What I'm going to need is your support. And that's what I sent to the federal courts and tell them that, hey, I have the support of Rockdale citizens. So, like I said, this here is the most important thing was the notice of intent to get to Mr. Reagan and EPA. And in the coming days, I will be informing you about negotiation, about how well it's going or if it's not going well. One thing I forgot to let you know about the 60 days. Um, if we don't come to agreement in 60 days, then March 22nd, um, I'll be refiling the lawsuit again. Uh, but right now, the federal government have 60 days to uh, fix the problem. That's under federal Section 4. It's a law that passed. I think a lot of people don't know about that. I was like, okay. So basically, that's what I'm talking about to you guys. If anybody have any questions, please let me know. But go ahead, Cece.
Good morning. Would you repeat who do we need to contact regarding um, these concerns, environmental?
I will put that out to everyone. You need to contact EPA. EPA is the decision makers on all the permits. They can reverse everything in here. So I'm going to put out their direct number, their direct emails, so uh, they know that I'm at the table with citizens of Rockdale County. Everything that you're going through here is EPA have the last say so. Okay,
Is
Miss.
that is that Jeffrey Cowan, the
No, that's
director?
EPD. That's
Okay.
the state. No, we talking. I'm not talking the state because Brian Camp is the main one that's targeting our community. We are a minority majority community, and they're targeting our community. I'm hearing from Walton County. I'm hearing from South DeKalb. I help fight with them with Metro Green. I'm fighting with them with everything over there. So not just them. I hear from Henry County. A lot of counties I'm hearing from saying, "Hey, I didn't know about these permits. I didn't understand these permits." I just seen Lilburn put a 90 days um, temporary restraining on building in their town. We need to have that here in Rockdale County. Miss Angela.
Thank you, Chairman. I just want to make sure I have understanding and clarification. So, in reference to the raw sewage, so are you saying that the Environment and Protection Agency is aware uh, of the raw sewage that's being dumped in Rockdale, and no actions are being taken?
You're exactly right. It's been going on for 3 decades.
Okay. And then you also, if I understood it correctly, you also stated that the permits are being, Rockdale County is being bypassed and it's happening at the state level with Governor Kemp, and you said someone else?
Governor Camp have a group called the Commission, Soil and
Commission.
Water Commission. If
Mm-hmm.
you've been noticing, that's the way they're trying to go around the voters. They try to create a commission for against DAs. Now they're trying to do a commission against the Secretary of State, and he came out and said that's unconstitutional. So what they did is they tried to put a commission over soil and water, and I stood up in 2021. That's why you seen all that chaos going on. They was trying to fight me on everything. It's because I told them I'm a state elected official, and you can't put a commission over me. And so what happened is you had uh, um, Chairman Osborne Nesby decide he's going to just send the permits that we have to sign in order for the developers to build. He's going to send it to the commission. I told him that was illegal. Uh, they was sending it to me, and so I was stopping a lot of things. I was saying, "You can't build that here. We own rocks." And so when we are talking about billions of dollars, and so when they couldn't just build whatever they want, the developer couldn't control this county, then it went around to the commission, which is the governor, and so they signed off on it, which was illegal. And under uh, Georgia Code 391-3-7-9, all uh, development plans have to go to the district. That is me. And it was coming to me. And then they decided they wouldn't do it. I said, well, you don't have no court order to say that you can do that, and you're violating the law. So that's what they've been doing, violating the law, along with the city of Conyers is irrelevant. They are not the water authority, only the county. So the county is under the Clean Water Act. The city only have building permits. They don't have the right to connect to your sewer. The county have to give them that right, and the state. So that's the problem we got going on.
So currently at this time, Chairman, all these permits are still they're bypassing your office?
That's correct. They're
Okay.
bypassing this office, and they're violating your voting rights.
Okay. And then one other question, and I will acquiesce, but the mining, what is the purpose of all the mining that's going on?
It's not a purpose, it's just greed. They asked for 66 acres, and this is right in the middle of a residential. This is close to Black Hawk Lake. This is close to Miller Bottom. This is close to Carson Mill. All of that would be affected. This whole county would be affected. Now they're talking about 200 acres that they're going to mine. That means that we're going to have wastewater from this mining that we already cannot handle all over the place. We're going to have dust that is having carcinogens in it. And you're going to have dust that you're going to be cleaning off your car. You're going to have dust in your vents in your home. This is going to be major. This will affect our respiratory system. Why are you going to put this in the middle of a residential area and in the second smallest county? So that's a fight that I'm taking on, but that should have never been brought up. Um, uh, Chairman Osborne Nesby, he didn't have to bring that up under Robert rules. He could have just said, "No, we're not going to bring that to a vote." Uh, but he did. And so I already know the fix was in. But um, Commissioner Washington shouldn't have never voted on that. So I'm already talking to the EPD, the state, and everyone. They're all in agreement with me. We're going to reverse that permit and stop that.
Did
I
all
just
three
want to let y'all know
commissioners?
that that is very important. That will destroy this county. I clear cut, just like I was fighting about clear cut in 2021. And you guys seen it when it came in 2022. You was like, hold up, this dude telling the truth. I'm telling you, we got to get control of our community.
Did all three commissioners vote to approve the mining?
No. Uh, uh, Chairman Osborne, Nesby, he voted against it. Just uh, Commissioner Washington, who can rescind her vote. I've been telling us that you need to rescind your vote. Uh, Commissioner Doreen Williams can do the same thing. They can rescind their votes. Now she just got a position. see, politics, uh, they used to be dirty and undercover, but we got too many cameras and we got too many social media. Now they don't award her as the chair of the Council of Development. You know who control that? That's developers. So see, all that's just yell out, scream corruption. So so really, we're gonna turn this around. Uh, this I had to do. I had to go to the federal level. I already did the state level, and Judge Nancy Bill was shouldn't have never took that case. Uh, she know it because she used to be the um, her company used to be the lawyers for the city of Conyers. Then she used to be a assistant DA. So she had a conflict of interest. Um, all you gotta do is follow the money. And I told her, I said, you need to step aside. You have conflict of interest. All the other judges in Rockdale County decided to step aside. Judge Attend, top notch. She said, no, I have to step aside and bring another judge in here. So basically, what I was doing is exposing the system. And so I knew right then and there. I called a couple of friends of mine who's in law, and they said, you got to take that to the federal court. So basically, we're trying to break the system and have the people in control of what this should be a golf cart community, not a cement asphalt community. We got billions of dollars coming through here from grants and stuff, and I pretty much stopped a lot of that because it wasn't going to the people. Miss Nelson.
Yes, good morning. I thank you for the invite. I just wanted to ask a question about what the plans are to distribute this information or circulate all this information to the residents of the county. How are
Well, I
we?
started. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
just want to get a clear process or plan on how what the plans are to make sure everyone in this county hears the same information, understands it, and has an opportunity to, to help and do something about it.
Well, Miss Nelson, you can help, and plus I put it on next door. I put it on Action Common Ground newspaper to put it out. I'm putting it out on my YouTube. I'm putting it out on all the social media that I can find. I'm trying to put it out on Newsbreak. I want to put it out on every news outlet that I can get to, because everyone needs to know what's going on in Rockdale County. Also, I'm sending it to our senators. Senator also office, I have worked with them a lot, and Senator Warnock. And now that we have the line drawn, um, Congressman Hank Johnson is not going to be over us. It's David Scott, so I'm going to be sending it to him too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, and definitely let me know. I've got resources to help circulate this information. So yes, I just need more details. You did do a great job of covering what's going on at a high level. I obviously have a lot of other questions, probably not for this forum, but I'd certainly like to get involved. So thank you.
Thank you. Just give me a call, send me an email, text, and I'll contact you right back because I need all the help. This is not a me thing. This is a us. I live here too, and we have to fight for our community. Uh, we can't ask somebody else to come fight for our community if we don't want to step up.
Yes, thank you. You are absolutely correct. Thank you.
CC, you have something to say? Okay. If anybody don't have any else thing to say, let me finish by saying this: is that we have to make our voices loud and clear, and that's being on all these boards that's out there. Um, every board that the county have, every board that the city have, we have to have not just people that they appointed, but our people that's concerned about uh, the community. Um, I've been working on this since 2021. We do have a discrimination lawsuit with EPA already in. That was with Nob Hill community. I don't have that right now to pull up, but if you send me your email, I'll send you a copy of it. Um, that discrimination is still going on. What the city did is they indexed part of Rockdale County. What I've been fighting about Rockdale County is we dark blue, but we running like a red county. That should the mayor and his um, manager Tony Lucas, who lived in that area he had 40 acres, and he knew that he wasn't going to get that approved in that area, so they rezone it as city. They're trying to do that all over the county. Rezone part of the property that some of these families have and put it under the city because remember what I told you, the city is not relevant. They only have building license. Uh, everything has to go to the county. So what happened is they decided that they was going to build apartments and townhouse, but then they lied to the people over in North Hill, Weatherstone, and Montevideo, and said they was going to build $1 million homes. They did not. Now they're trying to put a road through these people community, 700 cars, when this community barely can get out of their community. They don't have no red lights or anything. So what they did is they tried to connect to the sewer lines in their community, and they wound up pumping raw sewage on a empty lot right next to this gentleman's home. So that whole area over there is contaminated. That was Lenore Home Development. And that's why I'm all over EPA right now. EPD, they didn't come out, and you're supposed to come out within 24 hours. and do tests on the land. That did not happen. So this is what's going on. We got a lot of contaminated land and a lot of things that's happening that should not be happening in Rockdale County. But for us, greed, that is what's going on. And then you got a lot of families. I had no problem with growth. What I have problem, because I'm a business owner, I have no problem with growth. I have problem with dumb growth. So that's what I'm fighting for. I'm fighting for that we do not become a environmental waste area. This is the second smallest county, and we should have a say so exactly the way our county should be built. And what I'm looking at is more of a golf cart community than an asphalt cement community. So I just want to thank everybody for coming. Um, please email me if you got any questions. Please give me a call. Um, this will be heard. I will be putting more out. I will be informing people about the negotiations that will be ongoing with EPA. Like I said, my focus is a consent decree. If you don't know what it is, please Google it and read it. DeKalb County have one. City of Atlanta have one. Uh, that's why they shouldn't have been building the Cop City, because they are in violation. But I'm in here in Rockdale County, and I'm just not going to let that happen. I'm just not going to let them destroy this county. If you have drove around this county, you would say this is a beautiful county. We have a lot of ponds and lakes around here that people don't have no clue of. Uh, and we just got to keep it in place. So thank everybody for coming. Um, like I said, if you have any questions, please give me a call.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.